Guys, it's Danny here once again, and I'm back with a brand new lap guide, and this is for the brand new GT7 Lap Time Challenge. We are in Dragon Trail Gardens, the reverse layout, and we are in the Mercedes 190E 2.5 16 Evolution 2 1991, a classic road car by Mercedes. And this car has a combination of grip but also a little bit of an unstable rear, which will take some time to get used to, but it does grip up at especially in the middle sector. So I'm going to explain to you guys how to handle this beast of a car. So we start the lap, of course, at the chicane. So the way to cut the chicane, okay, we come to this later because that's fine in lap. You can actually not cut the chicane at the start of the lap. So that's actually fine. So this is how to start the lap actually from the last corner here. So when you're approaching this end of the curb here, you just want to lift off the throttle and let it coast. The car will drift a little bit, but as long as you keep the steering quite smooth, and the car is pretty much pointing like pretty much in the middle of the track already, and it's in a half drift per se. Just keep the steering to a minimum here. You can see like I brought the steering angle to like 75 degrees to the right, and then I can just full throttle, and the car will just instantly grip up on the last corner, because this car grips up in like medium to high speed corners. So it just grips up there. I can just apply full throttle and it will not kick out on the rear, if you know what I mean. So I'm just revving it out in 4th gear. So your braking point for turn 1 is in between the 150 100 meter board, but I'm braking closer to the 100 meter board here. So going down, shifting straight away to 3rd gear here. You do not go down the 2nd gear, or else you're going to make the rear unstable on corner entry and you're going to be drifting more. So just turbo brake, slowly release the brakes as you're approaching the apex here, and turbo braking. So I'm already releasing the brakes mid apex, like pretty much mid corner, and since the car is on low revs, I can just floor it in 3rd gear and the car will grip up, as long as I'm not turning the car too much. Just a small lift as the car goes on the curb. So this car is not that stable on the curbs. So if you run over the curb, just lift off a little bit to maintain stability. So I had a bit of a wheel spin there, but it's very slight. I could catch the wheel spin. So I'm just shifting when the ref emitter hits, it's like blinking a bit. So for the quadruple left-hander, I'm pretty much braking neck and neck with the first Michelin overhead hanging board on the right-hand side, and just braking gently. So just a small dab on the brakes, the car will drift a bit. So I just apply a bit of throttle to straighten the car a little bit, and then I start to brake again, just as I'm almost next to the master post on the right hand side. That's the next braking point for the second part of the quadruple left-hander. Now the 3rd gear to let the car rotate. But over there, going to 2nd gear just for the car to bite in even more on the apex and to avoid understeer into the barriers on the right hand side. But even if you don't understeer, you're going to lose a lot of time for the understeer with this car. So you want to get the extra rotation, especially in these medium speed corners. So just staying in 3rd gear, and then I can just floor it already when the car's pretty much approaching the last part of the quadruple left-hander, and just full throttle there. You can run wide on the curbs here, but as long as you keep at least two wheels on the curb, you're fine. If you dip all 4 wheels off the curb and onto the red asphalt, you're going to get an invalidation, so your time won't be valid. I'm just driving 3rd gear over here. So once I pass that overhead signboard, I'm pretty much braking gently again. Just a small dab on the brakes to let the car rotate in 3rd gear. So I just go down to 3rd. Pass the curb. The curb will be bumpy, so don't full throttle yet. The car will be unstable at first. So once I feel that oversteer moment is gone, I can just floor it. I can just floor the throttle over here. Then for this next sequence of corners, I'm just flooring it. I did lift that to reduce the understeer moment, so I'm just keeping the car in the track limit. So for the hairpin over here, neck and neck with the 100 meter board, as you can see, neck and neck with the 100 meter board. I'm really braking down the gear, so down the 2nd gear. I'm trail braking. The way I release the brakes is I apply full brakes on corner entry, and then just as I'm about to turn the car, I slowly and gradually release the brakes until I can feel that the car slowly gripping up off the throttle, and then I can release the brakes, and you can see I can get good rotation, nearly clipping the apex curb over here. Then once I pass the apex curb, I slowly apply throttle, and then I fully send it out of the corner in second gear. The car would drift a little bit. You lose the wheel a little bit on the corner exit, but it's quite easy to catch. Again, it will take a bit of while to get adjusted to this car, but it's quite a fun car to drive. So for the final chicane, I'm pretty much braking not at the 100-meter board, just slightly after the 100-meter board. I'm pretty much braking when the red asphalt starts, so just slightly after the start of the outside curb. So down to third gear, I release the brakes just as the car is drifting. So, and then the way you want to cut this curb is you want to pretty much have the whole car cut the sausage part. You don't want to have any wheels touch the sausage part of this dead chicane, that's what we call it, of this track. So as long as you can get the whole car on top of the curb and you cut the curb without getting the invalidation, that is pretty much the best line to take for that corner. So a bit unsettled there, and then after passing the sausage, you straight away downshift to second gear, full brakes, let the car rotate, and then quickly upshift to third gear and let the car coast. Pass that curb and then slowly apply full throttle. So this penultimate corner is actually flat, but to be fair, I did take a wrong line here. I turned in too early. You can turn in a bit later since the car will grip up on the low revs. So as you can see, I did clip this inside curb a little bit, lost the wheel, so I had to lift. So probably lost like a 10 from that, since I had to lift a little bit extra. So for the last corner, pretty much the same procedure as you start the lap from the last corner. Towards the end of the curb, I'm just lifting out the throttle, no braking quiet, just lifting. And then I go full throttle as the inside curb of the last corner starts, keeping the steering to a bare minimum, like about. Although I'm fiddling around with the steering a little bit, it's because the car is grippy in odd situations, you know. So that's why I was doing the steering at such an odd motion. But the general rule of thumb is you want to keep the steering to like 40 degrees, 50 degrees steering angle, since it's a high-speed corner, you know. And yeah, just stick to the outside line of the back of the pit straight, and yeah, that's a lap of Dragon Trail Gardens in the Mercedes 190 Evo II. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this lap guide. I know it's this car is a little bit of a handful at times, but it's actually quite a fun car to drive once you get the hang of it. And yeah, I'll leave you guys to it. All the best with this time trial. And oh yeah, by the way, there's no brake balance, so just drive this car and just do your best basically. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll leave you guys to the lab without the commentary, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and have a great week. Bye bye. Okay, neck and neck. The very has a good sector 1 though, so